welcome back to my channel. My name is Darian and today I'm going to be doing a book haul. So in March I received a lot of books. Most of the books in this haul I did not buy, okay? So don't come for me. A lot of these were birthday presents. My birthday was at the end of February, but because of, you know, everything going on, not all of them got to me before my birthday, so a lot of these are belated birthday presents. So thank you to everybody who sent me something. I am so grateful. And if you guys missed my birthday book haul video, I'll leave it linked up above, but this is kind of a part 2 to that, I guess, because most of these are birthday presents. But anyways, let's just get into the haul. I think I have maybe 12 books to talk about, so we'll just get into it. Also, I'm not going to give really detailed synopses, this happens every time, of these books because I usually don't know much about a book before I go into it, so I apologize, but I'll do my best. So the first few books that I'm going to talk about are from my friend Rachel from Let Me in the Library. She's the sweetest. She sent me 3 books. I cannot believe it. But the first book that she sent me was One Day in December by Josie Silver. I'm sorry, Jess, I'm talking about this book again, but this is actually one of my favorite books. This is such a guilty pleasure book for me. I love it so much. I've read it twice now. I read it last December and this December, and this book follows this girl named Lori, and one day Lori is on the bus home from work and she looks out the window, and at one of the bus stops she locks eyes with this guy named Jack, and well, she doesn't know his name is Jack yet, but his name is Jack. And they kind of have a love at first sight moment. He runs to the bus to try to get on the bus. He doesn't make it, and then for the next year, he doesn't make it. That sounds like he died. He just doesn't make it onto the bus. But for the next year, Lori spends trying to find this guy. She never finds him until one day her best friend introduces her to her new boyfriend, and guess who it is? Is Jack. So they both kind of try to pretend that they don't remember each other, but they both do, and I really love this book. I find it really cute. There is cheating in this book, so just be aware of that. I do not condone cheating. I feel like I always have to make sure I say that when I'm talking about this book. I just love the drama in this book, and I find it really cute, and I love it. So thank you so much, Rachel, for this. Now, let's just get it out of the way. Rachel also sent me Sleeping Giants by Sylvain Neuvel, and if you saw my birthday book haul video, you saw that someone else gifted this to me. So now I have 2 copies of this. I don't know what happened. I don't know who bought it first off of my wish list, but for whatever reason, Amazon didn't take it off my wish list. So I have 2 copies now, and I also after I got it, I did remember that I also have the ebook for this that I bought a long time ago. So I have 2 physical copies of this and 1 ebook. So I'm very sorry, Rachel. I still feel so bad about this, but you know, I'll make it up to her somehow. I will. So I don't know too much about what this is about. All I know is that I think it's about this person who finds this like hand, not a human hand, but like a statue of a hand, and the whole book is told in like interview format. That's all I really know, but it's one of Rachel's favorite books of all time, if not her favorite book, so I am really excited to get to this, and I am planning on reading it soon. So stay tuned. And the last book Rachel sent me was Where'd You Go, Bernadette by Maria Semple, and I've heard a lot of great things about this book. I think it's just about this woman who disappears and her family's trying to find her, something like that. And there was a movie made out of this a couple years ago, and Rachel told me that it's one of her favorite books as well. She just doesn't talk about it as much, but I'm very excited to read this. So thank you so much, Rachel, for sending me these books. I love you so much, and they mean a lot to me, and I'm very excited to read all of these. So the next book was a gift from my friend Megan, and I actually just read this book for Readathon. So that is Aquacorn Cove by Kay O'Neill, and if you guys know me, you know how much I love the Tea Dragon Society books, so I was so excited to read this. I mean, look at this art style. It's so pretty. I love it so much. So this is about this girl who goes back home, or goes back to her, I guess, childhood home, and they had moved from there after her mother died. She goes back to visit her aunt, and then she finds out about this kind of like underwater, not a city, but like community, I guess. And this book is basically all about the ocean and trying to protect the environment and not, you know, pollute the oceans, and it's very like environmentally conscious, heavy. I don't know if that made any sense, but I really like this. I thought it was really cute. I didn't like it quite as much as the Tea Dragon Society books, but I just thought it was really cute and I gave it 4 stars, but this is not a wrap up, so yes. So thank you, Megan, for gifting this to me. The next book I got was a gift from my friend Ray from Whiskey on My Kindle, and she was one of the first friends I made on BookTube, and I'm so grateful for her. And she hasn't been as active on her channel lately, but whenever she makes a video again, I will be the first to watch it. I love her so much, but I kind of already showed, but she got me Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert. I read Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert in February, and I really enjoyed it, and I've heard a lot of people say they like this one even better, and this one follows Chloe's sister Danny, and I can't remember exactly how they end up in this situation, but I know that like she's in this building and she's in the elevator with this security guard who is this guy, and then there's like a fire drill, and then they leave the elevator and he's like carrying her, like, you know, as seen here, and people think that they're dating, so there's fake dating in this book, which I love, and they continue to fake date because he is in charge of this charity and it looks very good, like the publicity looks very good for his charity, and Danny doesn't really want a relationship, but they're gonna fall in love. I don't know. But I'm very excited to read this. I mean, I am a little nervous because I don't love reading smut, but I am very excited to read this because I loved Talia Hibbert's writing, and I think this is gonna be really fun. And yeah. And also I've heard Zaf, that's this guy, is a soft boy, and I love my soft boys. So I'm very excited for this. So thank you so much, Ray, for gifting this to me. The next book I got from my friend Mafalda from Mafalda is Reading, and she got me The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis, and I really don't know too much about this book. I know Sasha really loves this book, and there's animals involved. I think this girl works in a vet. They killed someone, she doesn't feel bad about 3. Oh. So it's about this girl and her older sister was murdered. I did not know about that at all. So I am very excited to read this. I really don't know much about it, but yeah, so thank you so much, Mafalda, for getting this for me. My Pisces buddy. The next book was a gift from my friend Molly, the angel of BookTube. We love them so much. I love Molly, and they got me Horrid by Katrina Leno. I am so excited to read this book. First of all, this cover, I love it. I love the black roses. Oh, it's so pretty. And also I read Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno, and I love that book so much, so I'm very excited to read her other books. But again, I don't really know what this is about. I have a feeling there's like maybe some paranormal elements to this, maybe? We'll see, I guess. But yes, I'm very excited about this. Thank you so much, Molly, for gifting this to me. You are an angel and I love you. Oh my god. Okay. So these next 2 books are from my friend Salma, and the first book she got me was My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell, and I think this is about this girl named Vanessa, as one can assume, and I think it's about her when she was in college or maybe high school. Oh, high school, when she was 15. She kind of got into this relationship with one of her teachers, and looking back on it, she's always thought that this relationship was safe and consensual and that there was nothing wrong with it. And then flash forward to like 15 years later, the teacher that she had had a relationship with, some women are coming out and saying that he had assaulted them, and now it's making her look back on their relationship and wondering whether their relationship, how many times can I say that word, was as healthy and as consensual as she thought it was. So I've heard this is a very dark book and there's a lot of trigger warnings, so definitely look out for those before you go into this book. But I am very interested to read it because I've heard amazing things about it. I just have to make sure I'm in the right mindset to read it. But thank you so much, Salma, for gifting this to me. And Salma also got me The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett, and again, I've heard amazing things about this book as well. I also love this cover, like these colors. I love it so much. And I think this is about 2 sisters who are black, but they are light-skinned. So one of them decides to live her life passing as white, but the other one lives her life as a black woman. And I think it's just about how their lives are very different from each other's. And I think we're following them throughout like several years. And I love books that span like over a lifetime. Like I love following characters throughout their life and not just in, I mean, I like books too that are, you know, a short amount of time too, but I do really like books that follow characters throughout their life because I like to see how they grow and stuff like that over the years. So I am very interested to read this, and I've heard amazing things about it. So thank you so much, Salma, for getting these 2 books for me. I love you very much. Yes. And these last few books that I have, I actually got for myself, but I did use gift cards that I got for my birthday. So these are also kind of birthday presents, but I did get them myself. So the first one is Amari and the Night Brothers by B.B. Alston. This cover, again, I have so many beautiful covers here, but it is stunning. I love it so much, and I really don't know much about this book. I know it's middle grade, and that's all I really know, but I've heard such good things about this book. Like, everyone who I know who's read it has just raved about it. I don't think I've seen anyone give it less than 5 stars. I mean, it just came out, so not that many people have reviewed it yet, but I've just heard amazing things about it, and I really need to start reading more middle grade, but I can't wait to read this one. So yes. Hopefully I can read it soon, we'll see. Then I got The Death of Vivek Oji by Akwaeke Emezi, and another book that I've heard amazing things about. Everyone seems to cry by the end of this book, and I love a good book that's gonna make me cry. So this will be perfect. I think this is about this young boy named Vivek Oji, and his mother finds his body on her doorstep. So then we go back in time and follow him throughout his life and figure out how he died or why he died. I think that's all I know, and I'm very interested to read Akwaeke Emezi's books because I've just heard so many great things about them. But yeah, very excited to read this, and another cover that I love, which is great. And the last book that I am hauling today is Beyond the Black Door by A.M. Strickland. I actually, again, just finished this book yesterday. And I read this for the Perfectly Queer book club. I was the guest host for March, and that is a book club hosted by Lily from Lily Eleanor Reads and Molly from Mind of Molly. And I'll leave our live show link down below because I had so much fun talking about this book. This is not a wrap up, but I love this book so much. This is about this girl named Kamai, and she is a soul walker, which basically means when people are asleep, she is able to walk through their souls, and no one can know that she's a soul walker. Like, in this world, it's very dangerous if people find out that you're a soul walker because they're very rare. And her mother is also a soul walker, and it seems that every soul that Kamai goes to, there's this black door there, and her mother has always warned her not to open this black door. But then tragedy strikes, her mother ends up passing away at the very beginning of the book, and after that, Kamai opens the black door. So, I mean, I'm sure that's not a spoiler. I'm sure we all knew that was gonna happen, but I love this book so much. This book, it's so good, and I can't believe not that many, like, this book is very underhyped. Like, this seems like the kind of book that BookTube would eat up, so I highly recommend this book. I'm really gonna try to get more people to read this. And also, Kamai is asexual, and she's kind of discovering her asexuality throughout this book, and the way they discuss asexuality is, oh, I loved it so much. It made me feel so seen, and I just really love this book. Again, this is not a wrap up, but I love this, and I can't wait to reread it one day and tab it. And also another beautiful cover, and also A.M. Strickland has another book coming out soon, so I can't wait to read that. But yes, this was great. This is not a wrap up. Okay, so those are all the books that I got in March. Let me know if you've read any of these books and which ones I should prioritize, or if you have any of these books, let me know. What books did you get in March? I don't know. Talk to me in the comments. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another video soon.